Namaste, everyone, and thank you for being here. My name is James, and today I'll be guiding you through a restorative yoga flow designed to help relieve tension, improve mobility, and support the muscles that help protect the spine and low back. Whether you spend long hours sitting, standing, lifting, training hard, or simply carrying stress in the body, this class is meant to help you slow down, reconnect with your breath, and create more space through the hips, the hamstrings, the core, and your spine. This is not about pushing or forcing. In yoga, we practice ahimsa, which is non harming. Listen to your body and honor where you are today. It may be helpful to have a strap or towel along with pillows, blankets, blocks, or any support you need throughout the flow. I will be using a strap and two pillows throughout practice. Maybe I'll show you some blocks as well. Remember, this practice is intended for general wellness and movement support. It's not a substitute for medical care. If you are experiencing severe pain, moderate pain, or numbness or tingling in your legs, you probably should have this evaluated by your healthcare provider before continuing with your practice. With that being said, let's take a deep breath in through our noses and a nice slow breath out. Let the shoulders soften here. Let the jaw relax. Allow yourself permission to arrive fully in this moment. We'll begin in our supported child's pose. So come onto your mat and let's begin. Okay, so we're going to start off in a supported child's pose. We're going to take our pillows. This could be blankets. This could be blocks. We're going to lay them down here. We're going to roll over the knees. The knees are going to come out wide. We're going to press our hips to our heels. Bring our pillows in. And we're just going to relax into this child's pose. Nice, comfortable position here. Just arriving in your moment in this mat. Finding some gratitude for yourself for showing up today. Really honing in on your deep breaths. Maybe start bringing in some ujjayi breath, which is that deep ocean-like sound in the back of the throat. Sounds a little bit like Darth Vader. That helps to heat the body from the inside. And remember here, it's all about self-love. So treating yourself with respect. And just really moving with breath. Today's going to be nice and controlled. All right, on the next inhale, let's come on up, move our pillows out of the way. We'll come into our tabletop here. Maybe move the hips from right to left. Then we're going to go into a thread the needle. So what we're going to do is take our right hand under our face, the fingers rooted deeply into the mat. Left arm's going to come high. Look up towards our left thumb. And then we're going to take this left arm, slide it under our right arm, and we're going to set our left shoulder on the mat, our left temple on the mat. Our right hand's kind of just supporting us here. Knees are under the hips. Breathing into that left upper back, left shoulder. This is the point of a vinyasa class where I would tell you to take it to your edge and push yourself. But for this purpose of this class, let's just stay in this thread the needle pose. Really just getting to that upper back and shoulder. On the next inhale, let's press into our right hand, lift that left arm back up, look up. Let's place this left arm down, hips from side to side. We'll go to the other side. So left hand down, right arm up, look up to your right hand. And then on your exhale, let's thread this right arm under this left arm, placing our right temple on the mat and our right shoulder on the mat. Our left hand is here just to support us a little bit. We can also have this left arm out long. On the next inhale, let's press our left hand down. Right arm comes back up, look up. And let's set this right hand down next to the left. Shoulder width apart, a little side to side here. We're going into our puppy pose. So what we're going to be doing for our puppy pose, we can use a block in front of us in case we want to rest our chin or forehead on it, but we're just going to be walking our hands forward. Our knees are staying under our hips here, and we're just kind of inching our chest and chin towards the mat. We can rest our chin on the block here. Breathing into that space, really stretching through the back here. Or we don't need the block, and we can do our full puppy pose. So we just reach forward, really grounding into all 10 fingers here. If you have any shoulder issues, coming down this far might not be accessible, so on a block is probably your best bet. Just a few more breaths here. On the next breath, let's start to inch back up, back into our tabletop. Hip side to side. And we'll take this into our cat cows. So for cat cows, I like to have the feet kind of firmly into the mat, knees firmly into the mat, and then hands also all 10 fingers into the mat. So we're going to drop the belly, dip the hips, look up. And then on our exhale, we're going to round chin to chest, round the spine, look towards our navel for our cat. We're going to inhale, drop the belly, look up. And on the exhale, really exaggerated cat here. Chin to chest, pressing through all 10 fingers. And then now start to move with your breath, running through a couple cat cows on your own. Breath with movement. let's start to come back to our neutral tabletop. We're going to do some bird dogs here. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift the left leg, spread it out long, then we're going to lift the right arm long too. Some spinal balance here. Really engaging through the core, reaching with the front arm, pushing your back foot into the back wall. I like to flex this back foot, but you can also extend the back foot, toes towards the back wall. Let's place the right arm down, left leg down, fly that right leg back, left arm forward, pressing firmly into all 5 fingers of the right hand. Flex or extending the foot. Just make sure that it's engaged. Core involvement here is important, obviously. Let's place that left arm down, right knee, and let's switch sides. Really working on balance. You can also have these toes, back toes tucked or untucked if you need more balance. Left glute involvement, very important here. Place this right arm down. Right leg flies. Left arm flies. Right glute is activated. Amazing. Left hand down, right knee down. One more on each side. Left foot up, right arm up. This time we're going to take this right hand, grab onto the back, top of our left foot, kick into that right hand. Maybe we look up, make sure the neck is relaxed. There's not much tension there. Slowly release this left foot, back down. Kick that right leg up, left arm up, spinal balance. Take this left hand, grab onto our right foot, kick. We can have these left toes tucked if we want more balance. And let's release that foot. Left hand comes down. Maybe a little wiggle the hips from side to side. Perfect. Press down to all 10 fingers. Tuck the toes. Hips up high for our down dog. First one. Maybe we paddle the feet out. Left, then right. Neck is relaxed here. Maybe we release it by shaking our head no. Then yes. Then no. Then yes. Let's lift on high into our toes. Inhale. And then exhale, we lower them. High on the toes, inhale. And exhale, we lower them. More lift, high on the toes, inhale. Let's tiptoe to the top of the mat. Forward fold, grab onto opposite elbows. We're going into our ragdoll here. For ragdoll, we want the head to hang heavy. Maybe our belly is resting on our thighs, micro bend in our knees. Maybe we sway a little bit. Maybe we find stillness. Breathing into this pose. Let's drop the hands if we have them. We're in a half lift at this point. Press into our shins with our palms. Inhale, strong spine. And exhale, we lower. We're going to rise up, one vertebrae at a time. Slowly controlled. I'm going to reach the hands up high. And maybe, actually, in this case, we place our hands to our low back, give our sacrum a little support, and then we take a little micro back bend. Really engaging into the core. And then we lift up back to center. And lift the arms up high, inhale. And exhale, hands come down to heart center. Perfect. This is a great time to set an intention for practice. So intentions don't have to be anything serious. They can be something as simple as, I'm going to make sure I breathe, or I'm going to take this time to really value my practice and my time here. Or it could be something, a little bit more extreme, like I am going to become the best yogi I possibly can. Seal that intention between your eyebrows. And then we'll take this to another back bend. We'll lift the arms up, look up, slight back bend. And then we're going to exhale to our forward fold. And then we're going to inhale to a half lift. Exhale, plant the palms. We're going to step back to our plank. So plank is a really good core stabilizer here. It's going to help build our core muscles, which help to stabilize the back. Make sure the butt's not lifted. Pressing in all 10 fingers. This is too much. You can always come back down to your knees and build till you build that core strength. And then we're going to slowly lower elbows into our chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way down. Amazing. All right, so we're going to do a little cobra here, a baby cobra. So feet staying to the mat. We're just going to lift the upper back, so chin to the chin to the mat. And then when we inhale, we're going to lift the chin off the mat or hands off the mat. So inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We'll do 2 more of those. Inhale to lift. Look up. Chin up. Exhale to lower. 1 more baby cobra. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. All right, let's take this into a cobra. So hands are going to come on under the shoulders. Make sure the hips stay rooted into the mat. We're going to do a half lift here. Inhale. Elbows should be bent. Shine our chest, our heart forward. Chin up. Look up. And exhale, slow lower. Okay, now remember, if there's pain in the body, if you're having pain during any kind of pose, you probably want to adapt or adjust the pose to a pose that's not going to cause discomfort. So whether that's just kind of coming up slightly, but if there's no pain, we're going to go to a full cobra. So hands step back a little bit further, and then we'll inhale to lift. So our pubic bone should be into the mat, where our heart is shining forward. Our arms are straight. And we'll exhale, we'll slowly lower. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to come into our Sphinx pose. So hands, elbows are going to be under the shoulders. All 10 fingers planted firmly. We're shining our heart forward here. For a few breaths. This should feel really good on the low back. There really shouldn't be any discomfort here. On the next breath, let's exhale down to our mats. We'll take this into our half frog. So what that's going to look like, push my stuff out of here. I'm going to bend the right elbow and place my left temple on the mat. My left arm is out long, and I'm bringing my right knee. Both my right arm and right knee are cactused out. I'm surrendering to this pose. This is our half frog. On the next exhale, let's send that right leg back long, back into our Sphinx pose for a moment. Elbows under shoulders, hands planted firmly. And we'll take this into our half frog on the other side. So our right arm's going to go out long beside us. Our left elbow is going to bend. Our left knee is going to bend. We're going to place our right temple on the mat. And we're surrendering into this half frog. On the next breath, let's extend that left leg long. Come back into our Sphinx pose for a moment. Inhale. And then we're going to press into our palms. Come on into our plank again. So palms into the mat, tuck the toes. Inhale, we're going to lift the body. Push up. Hold it there for a moment. And press it down, back into your down dog. Pedal the feet out a moment. Right foot, left foot. Okay, here we go. We're going to plant the right foot down. Left leg's going to fly up high. Three-legged dog. Let's bend the knee. Flex the foot on the left foot. Open that hip up. And let's bring this left knee to your nose. Inhale, core plank. And exhale, we send it back. Three-legged dog. Inhale, knee to nose. And exhale, fly it back. One more time, knee to the nose. Hold it for a few seconds. And step that left foot forward. We're going to drop the back knee, come into our low lunge. So for low lunge, our right knee's on the ground, our left knee is bent, our knee is over our second toe. Really kind of feeling that in our hip flexors here. Long spine, shoulders roll away from the ears. We can have our hands down to the mat for additional support. Really pushing our hips to the ground. Or we can have our arms up high. For a nice deep hip flexor stretch. Core is stable and firm. Maybe we're taking our navel and really tightening it up. Amazing. Let's plant the palms, frame the left foot, untuck the back toes, fly this left leg long, and left foot meets right back of the mat. Little step from side to side. Plant the left foot, right foot flies, bend the knee, open the hip. Take this right knee to your nose, inhale, core plank, and exhale, fly it back. Inhale, knee to nose, core plank, and exhale, fly it back. When you're going into core, shoulders over the wrists, and think about a cat back in that position. Ready? Take our right knee to our nose, hold for a moment, and step it through. Drop the back knee, come into our low lunge. Inhale, and let it go. Deep bend in that right knee. Knee tracks over the toes. You should feel this all throughout your hip flexors. Nice stretch here. Once again, hands could be framing the foot for more support. Hands could be at the hips. Really focusing on getting deep into that right knee. And these back toes can be tucked or untucked, depending on your comfort and stability. I prefer mine untucked. Arms can be up. I should be focused on core stability here. So really engaging that core. Navel in. Nice, deep, nourishing breaths. Amazing. Let's frame that right foot with our hands, untuck the toes, fly this right leg back. Right foot meets left, back of the mat. Little walk from side to side. Come back into our plank. Hold for a few breaths here. Two more. Last one. And slow lower. Elbows into the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way down. Okay, now we're going to flip on over to our backs like a little pancake. Okay, now for the fun stuff. So, first thing we're going to start with is our hand to big toe pose. Oh, I lied. We'll start with bridges first, actually. We'll do a few bridges. So, heels into the buttocks, hands planted down into the earth. And then we'll raise the hips high. Knees should be over the ankles. Nice core engagement here. Quadricep engagement. And we slowly lower. 2 more of those. Inhale, let's lift the hips. Engage the core. Nice engagement here. It's going to really give your back all the stability it needs. I love bridges when I'm experiencing some low back discomfort. It's a simple movement you can do to help relieve some tension. Let's exhale, slow lower. Wag the knees a bit. And we'll do one more. Ready? Heels into the butt. Lift the hips. Strengthen the core. When you're doing things on your back, most poses on the back, you want to make sure that you're keeping your neck stable. You're not rotating your neck from side to side. Just kind of nice and level. Let's exhale, slow lower. A little tick-tock of the knees. Now we're going to go into our hand to big toe pose. So I'll use a strap here. You don't necessarily need one, but I think straps are very useful. Hand to big toe. So we'll take our strap. We'll take our right leg out long. And we're just trying to pull our left shin into our face. Nice hamstring stretch here. And exhale, let's release it. We'll switch sides. I'll do the other side without a strap so you can see what that looks like. Left leg goes out long, grabbing onto my big toe with my peace fingers. And then I'm going to pull this right shin into my face. Feel that in my hamstring. On the right leg. Left leg's out long. At some point, I'll be able to get my leg behind my head. Practice makes perfect, baby. Let's exhale, slowly release. Then we'll come into our figure 4, reclined. So left ankle over our right knee. We could also use a strap here if we don't have the range of motion, but we're going to basically thread our hands between our legs and grab onto our knee, interlace the fingers, and just rest back here. Nice SI joint release. Release the tension in your neck. Make sure that your jaw's not clenched. You have some good deep breaths. Eyebrows relaxed. Let's release this foot down. Let's switch sides. Right ankle over the left knee. Notice how I kind of reposition it so that because I know when I'm going to grab the left knee, I don't want my right ankle to slip off. So I just kind of pull the ankle down, and I grab onto my left knee for that reclined figure four. Maybe both of your feet are flexed. I like to be mindful about having as much engagement of the different parts of my body as I can during poses. And on the exhale, let's slowly release. Unclench that ankle, and then we'll go into reclined cow face. So this left knee is going to go over the right knee. And if this is not achievable for you, just stay in that figure four reclined. What we're going to do is grab onto the feet like they're handlebars and pull them towards our chest. So this is our reclined cow face. So really good for sciatica symptoms. Amazing. Let's release the feet. Cross the legs, and we'll switch sides here. Right knee over the left. And then we'll grab onto our feet like they're handlebars. For our reclined cow face, notice one side might be a little bit more stiff than the other. You should feel a nice little gentle stretch in the SI joint on the right hip. Or I should say the IT band, sorry. And the right hip. And slowly release. Uncross the legs, maybe a little tick-tock. The knees. Perfect. And then we'll bring this left knee in. Squeeze it in towards the chest. Right leg goes out long. Inhale. And then on our exhale, we're going to cross this left knee over the body for our supine twist. Left arm goes out long. Once again, I'm not really pulling on this right leg or this left leg. I'm just kind of resting my hand here. I'm looking towards my left palm. Nice, gentle supine twist here. Let's bring the knees back into the chest, big squeeze. And then we'll keep that right knee in, left leg extends. Inhale, knee towards the shoulder. And then exhale, right knee over the body, right arm out long. For our supine twist, looking towards our right hand. On the next inhale, let's bring the knees back into the chest. Big squeeze. And exhale, let's lower them down. Knees back into the buttocks. We're going to do a supported bridge pose here. So you'll need a block or a pillow. You're essentially going to put the block under your sacrum. It could be flat, it could be halfway, or it could be fully erect. And you're going to place that right under the sacrum for a nice supported bridge pose. This should feel very restorative. Once again, if there's discomfort, you might just need to adjust the size of the depth of the block. Maybe just try a pillow for this. Then we'll take this into supported Supta Baddha Konasana. So I'm gonna lower my block just a smidge. Keep it right at the sacrum, and then the heels are gonna come together. Knees are gonna spread apart. This is our Supta Baddha Konasana. We have one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. On the next exhale, we're going to release the block, come back to our backs. We're going to do a few dead bugs. This is really going to strengthen the core before we go into our Shavasana. So essentially, we're going to have our one leg extended. Let's just do that. So have both knees bent, both arms up. And then we're going to drop our right arm down and our left leg just to a hover. And then we switch. Right leg down, left arm down, just to a hover. And we switch. Moving with your breath here at your own pace. A few more of these. Perfect. One more on each side. Really engaging the core here. Core work without doing crunches. And back to our dead bug. Heels down. Let's do one more bridge. Hips up high. And exhale to lower. Let's go into our regular Supta Baddha Konasana. Finishing up here. Heels together, knees out wide, one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Taking one final moment to find some gratitude for yourself for showing up today, for your mat, for supporting you, your breath for guiding you, and your body for moving you. Feel free to stay in this comfortable Shavasana, or this comfortable Supta Baddha Konasana, or spread the legs and arms out wide and make your way into your final resting pose, your Shavasana, where you can take a few breaths to rest and receive. Stay exactly as you are for as long as you wish. There is no rush for movement here unless you are ready for it. If you are ready, slowly begin to find some movement back in your body. Maybe wiggle your fingers, maybe your toes, your ankles, your wrist. Just gentle movements, just waking the body up. Maybe your head from right to left, left to right. Maybe you raise your arms overhead like waking in the morning. Big stretch, inhale. And then hug the knees to the chest, exhale. Let's roll over onto our right side to find our pose of rebirth. And let's press on back to our comfortable seated position at the top of the mat. Hands in the heart center, chin slightly bent, eyes closed. Ending in gratitude. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out. Two more like that. In through the nose, inhale, and sigh it out. One more retention breath In through the nose. Hold it here. Maybe suck in a little bit more breath. And exhale, sigh it out. The light and love in me honors and respects and loves the light in each and every one of you. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope this practice was restorative and gave you some tools to help tighten your core and improve your low back symptoms. With that, we bring our hands to forehead center and we bow. And we all say together, Namaste. Have a fantastic day. I look forward to seeing you on the mat next time.